You're listening to The Franchise with Gary Whitaker and Nick Murdacco on Montreal Sports Radio, the Team 990.
First and goal from the 6, and Calvillo comes back in. Makes the program, goes to the end zone, touchdown.
Yeah, there was a lot of numbness in my knee. I felt my ligament stretch, and then it just went numb. So just stay down because I was real nervous about it, but came in, checked everything, and everything was intact, and I'm sure I'll be sore here in the next couple of days, though. No, I was able to step into every throw. I didn't feel that I was very cautious with it and babying it. I put all the pressure on that left knee, but I know after the adrenaline settles down, we'll see how sore it is in the next couple of days.
I definitely wanted the 8th one, but, hey, shame on me for missing the 53. If I would have made the 53 earlier, we would have been 8 for 8. But, I was pleased with I hit the ball well. It just didn't quite get in there at the end for me. But, I'm happy to come out here with 7 field goals.
And a fine good morning to you. It's 8:29, Team 990, time Whitaker. It's already 2.5 hours that we've been yapping on the radio, and we've had JT Utah on with us from 25stanley.com talking some Habs and talking about his website.
Talking some Montreal Expos.
Some Montreal Expos, because, this is what the franchise is all about. It's about Montreal team sports, past and present, and maybe future. Is there anybody out there with money that wants to bring a Major League Baseball team back here to Montreal and make us the city of Major League Sports that we should be? The MLS?
Is Joey Saputo the richest man in Montreal? Because if he's not, if you look at the fact that the money that was been put into the stadium,
yes,
the money that's been put into the MLS, the money that will continue to have to be put into the MLS, you'd have to think that, if he's not the richest man in Montreal,
well, I don't know if he's the richest man.
No, but I'm saying if he's not the richest man in Montreal,
then we want that guy.
Then the person that's maybe 1 or 2 notches up that ladder might want to invest in a new Montreal Expos franchise. Why not? But you know what? We're talking about there's 2 championship teams here in Montreal.
Yes.
There's the 2009 USL.
Doesn't that sound weird when you're not going to add the team that everyone usually expects to win every year?
Yeah, well, no, I don't think anybody's expecting. It's been a long, long time since Canadians have won. We're talking about the 2009 Montreal Impact, who won the USL Championship. And we're also talking about the 2009, and actually right now we're going to be talking about the 2009 Grey Cup. The defending champions right now in the Montreal Alouettes. They had their home opener on Thursday. They had the little sticker, which is not the same thing. The 2 girls kind of undoing a sticker, even in HD, because I wasn't at the game, but even in HD, 2 girls kind of undoing the sticker isn't the same thing as watching a banner being hoisted up to the rafters, of the famous Forum in Montreal. It's not even Bell Center. It's not the same thing.
I have to admit, I was at the stadium for just before kickoff, and something came up, and I had to leave, unfortunately, for
your heart rate. Just
walking up all those stairs.
You were looking for medical attention.
Good. That's a good thing. Medic. And that's the good thing about Percival Molson Stadium, folks. That not only do you get to see fine-tuned athletes in action, you can actually get yourself a little bit of a workout yourself. Because, from where I came in, off University, the walk that I had to take to get to the press box and the subsequent climb up the spiraling staircases to the press box, I was spent by the time I got upstairs. I didn't have the breath to even say hi to Sean Campbell, who was there covering the game. But I mean, once I was there and once I used the 80 towels to wipe the sweat off my brow,
yes, I think they have the defibrillators as well.
Yes, and the oxygen because it's high, so I was even missing oxygen. But what a beautiful stadium. And I've spoken about the Montreal Saputo Stadium being such a beautiful stadium for soccer. It's family-friendly and conducive to soccer. It is a soccer pitch, and I still stand by that. This is a cute little stadium that the Montreal Alouettes have, Percival Molson, and they just added those extra 5,000 seats. You got 25,000 plus people that can attend the game, and it was a sold-out game. And the ambiance and the buzz around this Montreal Alouettes team was second to none. And I think there was an air of anticipation. I think everybody thinks or everybody feels that they are going to go without a loss at home, and it just seems that
I have to throw in the at home because they started the season with a loss. And just a quick note for any of that missed, Sean Campbell did a great job in posting pictures of Percival Molson Stadium at missfieldgoal.blogspot.com. So anybody that wants to check out the stadium, actually Sean Campbell's got some amazing pictures. So just go check out do it now. Go to missfieldgoal.blogspot.
You can go to the internet and still listen to the radio, right? So by all means, go now.
Yes, missfieldgoal.blogspot.com. Check out the picture of the stadium. And then, Nick, I mean, this was the home opener. It took 4 weeks before the Montreal Alouettes finally got to, welcome everyone to their newly refurbished Percival Molson Stadium.
Well, it's like the leader of the A-team going, I love it when a plan comes together.
Eventually.
Yes, because that's
now you got a little stub as a cigar because nothing's left.
And that's the risk, if you will, the Alouettes took with, of course, the league. They started out their season 3 games on the road, and I'm wondering, Whitaker, if they would have had 3 games at home and been up 3-0, heading out to the West and winning 2 out of 3, coming back home being like 5-1, I think people would have been like, yes, it's our Alouettes. But the fact that they lost the first game and then struggled to win the second and third games against the West, where they've notoriously had problems, especially in BC. And again, there's something in the water there or something, but they managed not to drink the water. They didn't have that revenge. They didn't drink the water in BC and managed to eke out that win in BC. And people were like starting to get a little bit hard on the Expos. I'm still all expoed out on the Alouettes, thinking, there's a lot of gaps, there's a lot of problems in the D, there's a lot of problems in the offense. They're not able to score touchdowns. People are coming down on Damon Duval because
he missed 2 field goals.
And take him out and shoot him,
and banked the 4th one off the goalpost before it finally went in. The uprights before it went in.
So I mean, I'm wondering if
this is not basketball.
And to my point, I'm wondering if they would have started the season out in the East and technically won those games and gone out, would we have had the chance to visit the take that they're not as good as they were last season? Because this game, I think there was a collective sigh of relief by the 25,000 fans out there and the ones watching on TSN and RDS, and that when the Owls actually scored a couple of touchdowns, because Calvillo looked frustrated when some great defensive plays created some amazing turnovers, some exciting football, but when they were anywhere near the red zone, they weren't able to put it away, and Damon Duval almost broke his own record of getting 8 field goals. He basically got the game-winning points for this. Like, they didn't even need those touchdowns. But I think collectively, everyone's glad to see that, okay, yes, they can score some touchdowns, even though it wasn't necessarily a make-or-break moment for the Montreal Alouettes.
Yeah, it was a 7 field goal performance from Duval. The Montreal Alouettes were never trailing in this game. So good on the Montreal Alouettes to take the 37-14 victory over Hamilton. And listen, Kevin Glenn had a Player of the Week performance offensively last season for Hamilton. So you're looking at the Montreal the Montreal Alouette defense having to step up big, and that they did. So I think a great job done by the Montreal Impact. John Bowman, I mean, he's
by the Alouettes.
Sorry, by the Alouettes.
We're all about Montreal team sports here.
I know. Which one? Pick one.
Let's just say Montreal. Figure out what sport we're talking about.
But Bowman had 4 sacks on the day, so he was pivotal, obviously, in this game. Listen, I think the Montreal Alouettes, they're still going to be. I think it's funny. Who would have thought going into Game 5 right now for the Montreal Alouettes that Toronto would be the team that they're going to battle with for first place in the East.
They're sounding a little bit cocky to me. Amanda played it in her updates, and they're sounding like they're feeling pretty good about themselves. And you know what? Why not? They're also 3